How's that? Hello YouTubers and NFL fans everywhere. In the league where they play for pay. My bags are packed. Money, 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 money. And what was that? Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 9 in the NFL is here. I forgot last video that Halloween. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. I didn't do a Halloween special video like I do usually every year. So I did a little spoof video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Not making fun of anybody. It's the people I enjoy watching from time to time and see if I could, spoof them. So hope you like it. Christmas is soon here. We'll be here next month. If you'd like to get some sporting goods, visit my sponsors below. Also visit my Twitter and also visit the NFL YouTube Prognosticators. All links below. I also have a little sponsor video at the end of the video, so watch that. I hope everybody voted this week, who lives in the United States, obviously. Last week I went 2-2 in my video picks and 2-1 in my Twitter picks. I did miss out on my suicide pool, and I missed out on my 3-team teaser thanks to Green Bay on both those, falling flat and losing to my Minnesota at home. Next is my comment of the week. We got Steve Farewell. Your 4 main picks look good, but wouldn't it be something if the Fish beat the Rams? Rams don't play well on the road, and of course they didn't. They gave up 21 points in the second quarter, and they were giving out touchdowns like they would Halloween candy on Halloween. Here, special teams, would you like a touchdown? Here you go. Offense, we'll spot you the ball at the 10-yard line. Yay, the rookie gets a touchdown. He looks good. Merry Christmas. Oh, the defense didn't get it. Here you go. Happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving. Everybody gets a touchdown. That was the Rams last week. That was sad. Well, that's all I had to say here, and let's get on with the picks. And my number 4 pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Houston Texans traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars are a 7-point home dog. And should Houston be given 7 points to anybody? Both these two teams are 1-6, and the 2-game losing streak with Houston and a 6-game losing streak with Jacksonville. I know Gardner Minshew he had a thumb issue last week. He won't be playing this week. They're going to start Jake Luton. There's no film on him yet, so the Texans can't really, figure him out because the Texans aren't, that good. But I understand they're better than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they diced them up earlier this year. But Jacksonville's at home. They're getting 7 points. Houston's 1-7 ATS in the last 8, and 1-7 straight up in the last 8 as well. But, Jacksonville don't look as good at all. They look 0-5 in the last 5, 0-6 straight up in the last 6, and they're 2-4 ATS at home. Both these two teams are looking miserable. Anything can happen. I'm getting 7 points, so give me Jacksonville +7. And my third pick of the week, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite. And you're thinking, why am I picking the Los Angeles Chargers? It didn't look that good. They blow the lead at the end. Raiders looking great last week. They beat the Browns. I get it. Why are they even favored? Well, Vegas knows something we don't know. So let's figure this out. So Vegas Raiders 4-3, and they won their last 1 game with Cleveland. They're 6-3 ATS in the last 9. 3-6 ATS versus the Chargers, and 5-1 ATS on the road. All looking exceptionally well. Here we got the home favorite. They're 2-5, and they lost the last 1. 4-2 ATS in the last 6. 1-5 straight up in the last 6, and 1-4 straight up in the last 5 home games. So yeah, the stats tell it all. But why are they favored? Because the Chargers is a divisional game, and they're at home. Vegas are on back-to-back road games. like I said, you got home field advantage, if you want to call it that. Like I said, there's not really much of a home field advantage, but Chargers at home. It's only 1.5 points. A divisional game. Vegas back-to-back road games. Like I said, it's only 1.5 points. You might as well pick them straight up. So give me the Chargers -1.5. And my number 2 pick of the week, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The New Orleans Saints are a 4-point road dog, and 4 points in a divisional game. I think this game's going to be close. You got, like I said, 3, 4, and 7. I'm covering 2 of those. It gives me 66% chance of covering it if it's a 1-score game. New Orleans Saints are 5-2, and they won the last 4 games. The Saints are 1-5 ATS, but they're 4-1 straight up. And they're 4-1 ATS versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, won their last game Monday night. They're 6-2. They're on a 3-game win streak, and they're 6-1 straight up. But they are the number 3 public bet. A lot of stakes on, a lot of public loving Tampa Bay. They're on a short week here. I know the Saints are on back-to-back road games. But here I think it's a divisional game. It's going to be close. Taking those 4 points. Drew Brees beat him up in week 1. I just think it's close. I'm just fading the public on this game. So give me the New Orleans Saints +4. And last but not least, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Seattle Seahawks are a 2.5 point road favorite. Seattle 6-1 and won their last game, 5-2 ATS in the last 7, 6-1 straight up in the last 7 as well. In historic view, Seattle doesn't do well against Buffalo traveling to the east. 1-4-1 ATS versus Buffalo, but Buffalo haven't been looking good lately. Buffalo 6-2 in the last 8 games. They're on a 2-game win streak. Of course, they played a couple of bad teams and looked bad at doing it with the Jets and the Patriots, I think. Buffalo's 1-4 ATS in the last 5, so I haven't been covering. 6-2 straight up in the last 8, so they've been winning, they're just not covering. Seattle, like I said, I think they're probably one of the top 3 teams in the NFC, so give me Seattle -2.5. Well, that about wraps it up for my top picks. For the buys this week, we got the Bengals, the Eagles, the Browns, and the Rams. The Rams, boy, they do need some kind of buy going on. My survival pick, if you're still in your survival, I got 2 strike, so I'm still good on my survival team. I'm picking Pittsburgh this week. I think they should easily win that game. And for my 3-team teaser, hopefully none of these teams fall flat. I got the New Orleans Saints +11. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers -3. Watch, they lose it outright. There's always one team that loses outright. But give me Pittsburgh Steelers -3 anyway. And the Kansas City Chiefs -3.5. So that's my 3-team teasers. New Orleans, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City. Alright, for my Thursday night game. Seems like all the dogs are winning a Thursday night game every week. Never fails, but I just can't get around picking the dog this week. I got Green Bay -3 at San Francisco. Green Bay usually plays in San Francisco horribly. They did last year twice. They were 1-6-1 ATS versus San Francisco in the last 8 games. But Green Bay 5-2 ATS in the last 7, 11-3 straight up in the last 14. San Francisco, you got Garoppolo out for 6 weeks. Kittle out like for his ankle, out probably for the season. If they do go playoffs, he might come back for that, but doesn't look good. San Francisco 4-4 and lost their last game. 4-1 ATS in the last 5 versus Green Bay at home. So they played Green Bay well, obviously, but and that's why it's only 3 points. San Francisco is known to play Green Bay well, but Green Bay off a loss with a game they shouldn't have lost. So I think they're going to come back ferociously. So give me Green Bay -3. Next, we got the New York Giants traveling to Washington, and New York Giants are a 3-point road dog. I'm taking the Giants. They're on a short week though, and it's a divisional game. Washington's off a bye, so they had time. That's why they're favored. Not much wiggle room for the home field, but you know, Washington's 2-5. Giants are 1-7. I think the Giants, you know, need to bounce back if they're going to play any kind of contender in this division. They're going to have to win, especially in a divisional game. So give me the Giants plus that 3. Next, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. I was back and forth on this one. Baltimore Ravens are a 3-point road favorite. You know, I might change it at the last minute. I don't even know. This game's so close. I got Baltimore number 2 defense. Indianapolis defense not too shabby as well. Baltimore not looking so great. You know, in both my fantasy games last week, I played against Lamar Jackson on both of them. And, you know, he only scored like 10 fantasy points, I think it was. He did so badly. But, you know, I think he might bounce back. But, you know, Baltimore here is the number 2 public bet. That tells me right there to take the Colts. So, Indianapolis Colts 5-2 and won the last 2 games. They are 4-2 ATS in the last 6 games, 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games, and 5-1 straight up at home. Baltimore not looking too shabby themselves. You know, they're 12-5-1 ATS in the last 18 games, 1-10 ATS versus Indianapolis. So they play Indianapolis well. 17-3 straight up in the last 20 games. So both these stats on both these 2 teams play well. Who will screw up more, Lamar or Phillip Rivers? I can't really say. 3 points. I'm taking the home team plus 3 points, so give me Indianapolis plus that 3. Next, we got my beloved Detroit Lions traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. I can sit this whole video and talk about this game, but I'll give you the short version. Detroit Lions 3-4, lost their last 1 game. They're 5-13 ATS in the last 18, 0-5 ATS versus Minnesota. 3-13 straight up in the last 16 games, but they won their last 2 matches on the road. The Lions have straight up. Minnesota 2-5, and they beat the Packers. That was the highlight of their year, I'm sure. 4-1 ATS in the last 5, 2-6 straight up in the last 8. Where do I start? Okay, so Matt Patricia, you know, he's a coach of the Detroit Lions, you know, a prodigy of Bill Belichick. And Bill Belichick, how does he teach? Just like, you know, Patricia teaches the Lions. We take away your strength and play against your weaknesses. Well, what's the strength of Minnesota Vikings? They got Dalvin Cook at running back, and he played exceptionally well against Green Bay, like over 200 yards and like 4 TDs, something like that. Something crazy. And Green Bay, you know, everybody knows they can't stop the run, but Detroit can stop the run. So they're gonna play up front, you know, like a 5-man box, something like that. Jam pack the front and make Kirk Cousins pass the ball, and that's what I'll do. So can Kirk Cousins pass the ball against the Detroit cornerbacks? They sure can, but they were all beat up last time they played. They're healthy now, so the cornerbacks should be you know, doing much better than the last time. So I think that's how they're going to play this game. So they're going to stop the run and make Kirk Cousins pass. On the flip side, you know, you got Stafford. We got Galladay out. He won't be playing. But you know, Marvin Jones looking good. We're packed with receivers, packed with running backs. So we got the offense. So here in this game, I got Detroit plus 4 against the rivals. Like I said, Detroit off a loss, Minnesota off a big win in Green Bay. Everybody's going to be playing Minnesota, saying, hey, you know, they just beat Green Bay. They're on the rise. Detroit, you know, stinks. They just lost at home again. We're taking Minnesota, and I'm just going to wait till game day and pack a load on Detroit. Next, we got the Chicago Bears traveling to the Tennessee Titans. Chicago's 5.5 road dog, and I really like Chicago on this one. You know, I know Tennessee's 5-2, Chicago's 5-3. Both these 2 teams are off a loss their last 2 games. Chicago's 4-2 ATS in the last 6, 4-1 ATS versus Tennessee, so they're keeping it close. They're keeping a good game. Chicago 6-3 straight up in the last 9. Here we go, Tennessee stats. Now listen close. They're 2-6 ATS in the last 8 games, so they can't cover the spread. They might win this game. You know, it's 5.5 points. Like I said, Tennessee 8-3 straight up in the last 11 games, so they're winning the games, but they're just keeping it close. 5.5 points. Give me the Chicago Bears plus 5.5. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. Carolina Panthers are a 10.5 point road dog. Ah, man, 10.5 points is a lot of points, but you know, I thought 20 points. I got 20.5 points with the Jets, and they still managed to beat them. In the history of, you know, following spreads that I've been doing, I don't know, the last 20 years, you know, since I was 9. Anyway, I've never seen anybody cover a 20-point spread, a 20-plus point spread. Never. So I went over that last week, all the spreads, the high points, most Jets. So this has to be historically the worst Jets team in the world, and historically one of the better teams in Kansas City. And I've seen Kansas City. I've never seen their number 3 defense, number 3 in offense. I haven't seen a team that good since the Joe Montana, you know, Jerry Rice, late mid 80s, when, you know, they won the Super Bowl 55-10 or whatever. You know, I see Kansas City as one of these type teams. You know, unbelievable. Anyway, Carolina 3-5, lost their last 3 games. They're 4-2 ATS in the last 6 games, but 3-13 straight up in the last 16 games. Kansas City, beast. 7-1, won the last 3, 15-2 ATS in the last 17, 16-1 straight up in the last 17 games. Unbelievable. McCaffrey might come back this week. Let's keep an eye on that. If you like the 10 points, take it now. If you want to take Kansas City, wait till they say if McCaffrey comes back or not. If he does come back, you'll probably get a lesser spread. Just keeping my eye on this game. I'm just going with Kansas City. I got him in my teaser. I'm just going to pick him, you know, because I'm tired of fighting against them, and they always cover. So when you can't beat them, you join them. That's how that works. Next, we got the Denver Broncos traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. Denver Broncos are a 4-point road dog, and Denver 3-4, won their last game against the Chargers. That was a great game. 5-2 ATS in the last 7, 4-1 ATS on the road this season. 7-3 straight up versus Atlanta historically. Atlanta's 2-6, won their last game. 2-4 ATS in the last 6, 2-6 straight up in the last 8, and 2-9 straight up at home. So the horrible team. Denver, I'm getting points. It was doing great on the road, doing great ATS wise. So give me Denver plus 4. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals are a 4.5 point home favorite. Dolphins 5-1 ATS in the last 6, 4-1 straight up in the last 5. They have the number 1 defense, by the way. 4-14 straight up on the road. So they're not a good road team. Arizona 5-2 ATS in the last 7, 5-2 straight up in the last 7, 2-4 straight up at home versus Miami. Basically this. The only reason I'm taking Arizona at home minus a 4.5. I just don't trust the rookie. I know, yeah, he looked great last week, but you know the Rams gave him that game. He was mostly handing the ball off, short dink and dunk passes, and yeah, he threw a touchdown pass, but you know, the Rams gave him the ball in the red zone there. You know, here you go. Merry Christmas. You know, so I'm not trusting that game to go off on. I'm picking a rookie quarterback. So give me Arizona minus that 4.5 points. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Dallas Cowboys. Well, what can I say? You know, Pittsburgh 7-0, the last undefeated team. First time since I think the 70s have they been that well. Dallas 2-6, lost their last 3. I don't know if Andy Dalton's back. The point spread's been fluctuating, whether he's coming. I've seen anywhere from 4 to 10. I'm assuming even if Dalton does come back, the spread's going to be probably around 6 or 7, maybe 10. I don't know. Pittsburgh, I'm taking them. I'm probably putting them in a teaser as well. Dallas looks so bad. Let me tell you how bad they look Sunday night, just to give you a little, what I seen with the Philadelphia game. So Philadelphia, they fumbled the ball or whatever it was. Then Dallas scored 3 points. I said, yeah, I got Dallas. I had Dallas plus 11. I said, yeah, plus they got 3. So then, you're thinking that Philadelphia gets the ball again. Strip sacks, fumble. Dallas, yeah, we got the ball in the red zone. Yeah, Dallas, I got 3 points plus 11. Yeah, I'm doing great. So I got 14 points. All they score a touchdown here, I'm doing great. What does Dallas do? Strip sacks, fumble. Oh my goodness, this is a horrible game. I already see 3 turnovers in the first quarter. So I'm like, I'll just turn this crap off. I'm just, gonna do something more better than watch this game. So 2 hours later, I'm gonna just turn it on and see what the score is. Yeah, so far I'm doing pretty good with that 11 points. What do I see? Another strip sack fumble again, and this time, the Eagles take that and they run it all the way for a touchdown, and they cover that 11 points. Unbelievable. So bad this team is. So give me Pittsburgh minus 1,000. And last but not least, we got the Monday night game. We got the New England Patriots traveling to the New York Jets. Who picks these games? I don't even know. Monday night, I think I, got to rearrange my sock drawer to find some better entertainment, So we got New England minus 7.5 points against the Jets. New England 2-5, lost the last 4. New England 3-6 ATS in the last 9. 1-5 straight up in the last 6. 4-1 ATS this year. 8-0 straight up versus the Jets historically, but like I said, there's no Tom Brady. Jets 0-8 and lost the last 8, obviously. 1-7 ATS in the last 8. They've only covered 1 time. 0-8 straight up in the last 8, and but here they are, the Jets home dog. I don't care. I've been ranting the last 2 weeks. I've only picking the Jets if I had 18 points. Well, I picked them last week, and I sprinkled a little bit on there, and I had 20.5 freaking points, and they still did not win that ticket. Unbelievable. 20.5. So New England, they desperately need a win, as they're looking pretty bad this season. They haven't looked this bad since 2000, when Tom Brady, I think, was a rookie. It's just horrible. So the Jets, give me New England 7.5 points. I think Cam Newton just run it, hike, run, hike, run, hike, run, and just try not to fumble the ball like he did last week. He'll be doing okay. So give me New England minus that 7.5 points. Well, that wraps it up for the week. Like I said, stay for my sponsors. Check out these little ads at the end, please. I appreciate football season coming. You're going to get some great gifts for your family members. There's some nice jerseys, football, baseball, basketball, whatever team you like. Or, make them custom. You got your name in the back. Fairly cheap as well. Don't hurt to check them out. Links are below. And I will see you next week. Peace.
Want to look like a pro? CustomJerseysPro.com has what you need for any sport. Create your custom jersey by color or style from thousands of designs made for you or your team. Use PIX as a discount code at checkout and save an extra 8% on your next order. Remember, CustomJerseysPro.com and be the next professional in your neighborhood.
You enjoy placing a few bucks on your favorite team? Maybe try your hand at cards or on the slots. Use me as a reference and head over to my Twitter and click on the link below and receive a new member bonus and help support this channel. Bovada. Just better. Next we got the Seattle Seahawks.